still need to get my gear, so I don't have any gear yet. I got to get it.
Besides that, you've been saying that since like the playoffs, since like before the playoffs last year.
I've been saying
People
that
like,
for
y'all
a
need to
minute.
get some Timberwolves gear.
I've been saying that
you up
for
here
a
getting
minute.
Celtics gear, you have Grizzlies gear, Warriors gear.
I had
Bulls
all
gear.
that. I've had all that for years.
Jeez.
Okay, but when I grew up in the Chi, all right, so of course,
Okay, so you're gonna make a case of why you have like five teams.
I have the Grizzlies sweet jacket because I went to a Grizzlies game years ago. You know what I mean? So, you know, I like to go to, I'm an NBA fan. I like to go to different cities, games.
What about Wizards? You got some
different
Wizards gear.
Nah, much love. Got some really good friends in the area, but I don't have any Wizards gear. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any Wizards gear anytime soon. I think there's some other gear that I want to get before that. But anyway, all right.
Oh,
Much
man,
love.
I
was mad.
Poor Wizards. What do they do?
It's all good.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Coming back tonight. We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with a quick special post here, just talking about the NBA here with Who You Got. Again, father-son dynamic duo. We talk about all the hottest topics in NBA, NFL primarily, and we've been posting on the NFL season, giving our picks, but today we're just talking about the second week of the NBA. So we love basketball. We actually got to a game this past weekend and just want to hit some of the hottest topics, man. How are you enjoying the NBA season so far, Diego?
Yeah, it's been a good season. You know what I mean? Just a couple surprises, a couple things I knew were happening.
Oh,
and it's like I knew, and then of course it ended up coming true.
Then it ended up coming true. Okay, what did you know was gonna happen that ended up coming true?
Yeah, you know, I knew Luka was gonna win MVP. I knew Steph was gonna be amazing. I knew Giannis was the best player in NBA. You know what I mean? So yeah.
All right, the season just started, so nobody's won.
And the Bucks are number one in the East, which I predicted would happen.
Okay, so let me break this down a little bit. Luka, who was the odds-on favorite, finally came in a little better shape. Okay, he's averaging a lot of points right now, so that's good.
And rebounds and assists, and their team is like 2-2, I think.
Oh, wow, they're 2-2. That's amazing. Yeah, just give him the MVP trophy right now for being 2-2. Wow. Okay, but he is averaging a lot of points. He's averaging 36?
Yeah, 36.
Okay, that's a lot, but he's not going to sustain that, so that's not going to happen. Okay, he's got to stay healthy.
He might, you never know.
Is he going to stay healthy?
Yes, as you said, he this year was different for him. After losing in the Western Conference Finals, he was dedicated himself. He played in tournaments in Europe. And then he dedicated himself.
Okay.
And he came in and he was in shape, and now he's just beating everyone from the beginning. Not like taking half or like 2/3 of the season to get acclimated.
Yeah, for
into.
Real. All right, he's doing good, and he's shooting 50% from the field, so that's good. Now 3-point percentage is pretty low, but I guess he's compensating
not really a
from
big
that.
3-point guy. I mean.
But he takes a lot of threes. That's the thing, though.
True.
Yeah.
It is a shooting league, so you gotta shoot.
But
so.
he must be making up for it with a lot of close range shots to still shoot 50% from the field, but he's in the 20s from three-point range. All right, well, hey man, we had a chance to check out some NBA action, so we got to a new stadium, so we're able to get to Washington, D.C. to check out the Wizards on their home opener, so that was pretty cool. We were in town to see the Baltimore Ravens, but stopped in D.C., checked out D.C. You hadn't seen D.C. yet, And my hometown Bulls were in town, so had to surprise you with that. So that was pretty cool, man. What'd you think of that VIP access, man?
I liked it, man. It was really cool, man, being on the floor, getting to see everything up close, seeing DeRozan, Beal, and all those. And especially the close game, down to the wire. You never know what's going to happen.
Man.
And it just went out to just a rimmed out shot, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. I thought DeRozan was going to do it to him again. Had the shot at the buzzer.
Close.
Oh, man. He beat the Wizards last year on the shot at the buzzer. Almost had to repeat. That was going to be pretty sweet, but we saw a great game. It was cool to have the access we had, and that was pretty great. And the fans were cool down there, too. So we had a really good experience, good time. Shout out to DC. Had a good time there, and all the Bulls fans that were down there repping as well. All right. Well, let's get into a couple of topics. Just want to talk about this first week and a half, 2 weeks. Let's talk about your Lakers. Now, what's going on with the Lakers?
Oh, they're not my Lakers. Not my team at all. But anyways, I did kind of call it that they would be bad. So yeah, and it's not just Westbrook too, because a lot of people think that it's Westbrook and it's him and he's messing up the team. Like, yes, it is heavily Westbrook. And he missed that shot with 30 seconds left. He bricked it against the Blazers.
Yeah, that was bad.
And of course, some other stuff this season.
Yeah.
But then they played the Nuggets, and they got blown out again by double digits. And LeBron had 19 points and 8 turnovers, and they didn't give AD the ball, and they just couldn't defend and couldn't 3-point. So it was just like, it was really how it had been all season. So yeah, I'm not really surprised that they're this bad.
No, I think we both had them finishing 9th this year,
Yeah.
but we might be wrong about that. It might not even make them, maybe even worse. So we'll see. But definitely the whole problem is not Russ. So that's not the issue. It's much bigger than that. They're just too old, can't shoot. And it's funny that they want to play this up-tempo ball. I'm like, all right, as old as you guys are,
Yeah, like
I don't know if that's really the best style for you.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to do that, they're only going to be able to do that heavily for like a quarter.
Right.
Because then they're going to be tired.
Exactly. So I don't really understand that. But all right, well, that's the Lakers. We'll see what they do. Really curious to see about the game tonight when they play Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. By the time this comes out, that game would have been over. But I'm really curious to see how that game goes in Minnesota. I'm sure they're going to be pretty hyped about that. Now, Minnesota has not really played, at least to the expectations that I have for them.
Your expectations. Yeah, you picked them to finish like #1 seed and make the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I did.
So
So we'll see. But they're gonna get better as the season goes. I know they're gonna be very dangerous in the playoffs. I don't have them going to the NBA Finals. I did not do that, but I do have them going deep into the playoffs and being a surprise team to some. So we'll see what happens. I still need to get my gear, so I don't have any gear yet. I gotta get that.
Besides that, you've been saying that since like the playoffs, since like before the playoffs last year.
I've been saying
you were like,
that
y'all need to get some Timberwolves gear.
I've been saying that
you're
for
up here getting Celtics gear, you have Grizzlies gear, Warriors gear,
I had all that.
gear.
I've had all that for years.
Like,
okay, for why I grew up in the Chi. All right, so of course,
you're gonna make a case of why you have like five teams.
I had the Grizzlies sweet jacket because I went to a Grizzlies game years ago. You know what I mean? So, I like to go to, I'm an NBA fan. I like to go to different cities, games.
What about Wizards? You got some Wizards gear.
Nah, much love. Got some really good friends in the area, but I don't have any Wizards gear. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any Wizards gear anytime soon. I think there's some other gear that I want to get before that. But anyway, all right. Much love.
You took a shot at the Wizards.
I was bad.
Poor Wizards. What do they do?
It's all good. All right, well, let's go on to the next. The Clippers. Man, your Clippers that you picked, okay, we're going to talk about what I did. You picked them to go to the Western Conference Finals. And what seed did you have there, number 2?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. And what did I say about the Clippers?
That they would not be that high of a seed.
Why? And why did I say it?
But he said something about, them not staying healthy.
Okay. All right. So what's happening?
All right, so I'm going to start with the good. John Wall has been pretty good.
He has.
Yeah. and that's about it. Now I'm gonna go to the bad. So, the Kawhi, I thought he was back. He played in the preseason. He came off the bench in the first game, and then I was like, okay, he's back. He's gonna work his way up, and then he just decides just not to play against Thunder. And then Paul George is hurt now, and yeah, I just don't think they're gonna their stars are gonna consistently be healthy. And in a conference, Western Conference is stacked. They have, as you said, they have like 8 teams that can win it all.
Stacked.
So
Stacked.
I mean,
stacked. Yeah, I've never seen the Clippers be healthy in the last 4 seasons, so I didn't see why this year would be any different. Kawhi, come on, we already know what's up with Kawhi, so I'm not even gonna waste any breaths on that. I might need that later. And as far as Paul George, I like his game and the way he plays and all that, but and I know it's been a year or so since then, but anytime you have surgery on both shoulders, that's a red flag. So I don't know if we're ever going to see Paul George consistently play through a season, because that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, they're just not, they don't have the help. And, they're just not going to do anything. I love the owner, but they need to build under some new talent, some new stars. The owner's willing to spend and do anything. I think that new stadium is going to be amazing. So I want to get to that new stadium once it's built. I think that's a couple years out. But I hope the Clippers can pull it together, because I just think they deserve to finally have some good happen. They just need to do it under a new regime. The Kawhi Leonard, Paul George tandem is not going to be the tandem to get y'all over the hump. That's not going to happen. All right. Well, what about, speaking of underachieving, what about the Nets? What's going on there?
Shocker. but yeah, they are underachieving. I did not, because it's always this year. It's always this for the Nets. Everyone, someone, or a lot of people are going to be like, oh, they're going to win the East, they're going to win the championship, something like that. Yeah. And then every single year something goes wrong. Always. Like their third star or something goes wrong. Kyrie is out for personal reasons, and KD gets hurt. So those 3 things get to happen, and then so one domino is already starting to fall. It's 5 games. So the third star, Simmons, he's averaging 5 points. Okay, and he's not shooting really well from 3, and then he airballed a layup, and Kyrie was telling him to shoot, man, shoot. So so that's the domino starting to fall. And then you just gotta wait for the other stuff to come down, and then it's just gonna be done. So I'm even though I picked them to finish 4th, I was still kind of concerned with my ranking, and I'm not surprised that this isn't. I'm not surprised that they're underachieving.
Yeah. I don't think if Steve Nash makes it through this season, I definitely don't see him making it back next year. And KD is going to be frustrated all over again. And I just don't see this working out well. And Ben Simmons, although he's been out 2 years, definitely rusty and all that, but I don't see getting all that much better. I just don't see it. It's not looking too good. Like you said, there's always something with the Nets, and I just don't think this mix is going to work. So I see them actually probably. I thought they would possibly finish as high as 3rd, but again, it's super early.
You picked them to be.
What's that?
You picked them 3rd.
Yeah. I picked them 3rd, but after seeing how they are to begin this season and just the chemistry and whatnot, I just don't see it. It's early; they can get it together, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think I might have been wrong on that one.
We were both kind of wrong. I think that they can still make the playoffs, but I mean they're not top half.
Nah. I don't see them top half. Well said. All right, so we already talked about MVP. Let's finish off with just talking about our biggest surprises, man. Again, 2 weeks in, but what's your biggest surprise?
I'm surprised with the Trailblazers this year. They're like tied, I think, for the best record in the West, and I mean they've had some really good finishes to games. They've been very clutch. Like the way they finished that game against the Suns. I think that was their first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
How Lillard, he was there and he finished out OT. You know, he's clutch and everything. And then the Lakers. Even though the Lakers, you could say they messed that up for themselves. With Westbrook dribbling up and not passing to LeBron or AD and taking and breaking a mid-range jumper. But yeah, they finished that game, and yeah, I've been surprised with how they've finished how they've been finishing and how they've been playing really well against good competition too. So.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they came out 4-1. I think we both had them finishing 10th.
Yeah.
That still may happen because Lillard is hurt now, so
yeah.
I don't see them continuing to win at the same rate, 80% without Lillard. And is Lillard at the point of his career where he's going to be nicked for a while? We don't know. Hope not. But that's something to consider. So we still may be kind of right on that. But I am surprised with how well they're playing out of the gate at full strength. So happy to see that. Like Lillard and Coach Billups, want him to have a good run there. So hopefully they play better than expected, and hopefully Lillard can get back as soon as possible. One of my kind of a surprise, I'd say, is the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors always play hard. The Raptors always play hard. They're very well coached, so they're going to be in the mix. You had them at 10, I had them at 9.
Mm.
I see they could possibly, just because they show up every day, they could finish, I think, maybe as high as 6. They finished 5th last year. They didn't improve the roster that much, and the East has gotten a lot better. So I don't see them finishing in the top half, but they could finish as high as 6. I think 6 is the highest. Somewhere between 6 and 8 might be a better, more realistic area for them. But they do bring it. Shout out to the Raptors. Much love for them. And shout out to the fans in Canada. A lot of Raptors fans chime in and tell us what they think. So keep that coming. Let us know, and that hopefully be one of the next destinations. So definitely want to get to a Raptors game. So when we come out there, we got to connect with you guys and show us where we need to go. All right. Well, hey, man. Enjoying the first 2 weeks here. Again, continue to check us out. Check out our NFL, Who You Got, where we're picking all the games every week, and we're picking for causes. So the money is going to a good cause between us. The winning team gets $2,500 that goes to their cause. Other team gets $500 that goes to their cause. We already identified our causes, so check us out there. I think I've got a 2-game lead on you right now. So
it took you a long time to get there.
$2,500 is probably gonna go to my cause. So
a lot of
we'll
season
see.
left,
A lot of season left.
Yeah, there's like 10 weeks left.
You're gonna keep saying we're gonna be like 2 weeks left, and you're gonna be saying there's a lot of weeks left. You realize?
No,
that?
by that time I would have like a 10-game.
Oh,
so
you crazy!
Over, so,
You cry. I need to have you tested. Nah, that's not gonna happen. All right. Well, until then, we're gonna catch you guys later. Pick 'em pros. We are out. Subscribe.
Tavares Jordan.